Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Uni. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, I do want to mention that there are two donation links down below in the description. So if you want to support Ukraine, then feel free to donate to the Ukrainian refugees using the official links down below. Thank you very much, and let's get straight into the TA. So jumping into the daily chart on Uniswap against the USDT, I do want to point out that I have a Fibonacci retracement on the chart with a swing high at $31, which was the high we printed in September of 2021. And we have our swing low over here actually the swing low is over here in April or actually May 2021 at $13. That gave us the 1.618 target at $7.60, and we retraced all the way down to the 2.272 and the 2.414. So this usually doesn't happen on such a large fib, but we actually retraced down all the way down to these levels. So that's crazy. These were very good buying opportunities in June for Uniswap. Since then, we did have a nice move to the upside in August, 185%, crazy gains in a bear market. And as you can see, I do have an Elliott wave structure here. So wave one, I'm just going to start from scratch here so it's easier for you to follow. So where's my Elliott wave theory? There we go. So this is going to be our wave one, right? From the high in May of 2021 to the low in July, right? This is potential Elliott wave structure that we have. Then we have a wave two retracement to the upside. Then we have a major monster wave three, which is usually the largest wave in the Elliott wave structure. Then we have the wave four retracement to the upside. And now we're looking for that wave five low, basically. And whether that low is going to be all the way down here below the below wave three or above it, because sometimes the wave five can be on the level with three or slightly higher than that. We don't know that yet. So we're looking for that wave five. Let's see where that puts us. And if it's as long as wave three, let's say, that means we're going to be retracing all the way down to $3. But that doesn't have to be the case. Obviously, we may get supported from one of the Fibonacci levels here at the 2.272 or the 2.414, for instance, at $4.29 and $3.79 respectively. So these are the levels for you to keep in mind. And this is just a Elliott wave theory. This doesn't mean that it's going to play out the exact same way, but for now, this structure is looking pretty valid in my opinion. So let's see how it all plays out. Now let's start zooming in to the Fibonacci retracement. Now, one thing you can see, actually, I'm going to remove the Elliott wave structure for now. One thing you can see that happened after we printed the low here in June is that we ran all the way into the 1.414 at $9. So that was a great level for you to take profits at if you had the Fibonacci retracement and you watched my previous videos on Uni. From there, we saw a retracement down to the second fib level at $5.44. We saw a retracement to the upside to the 1.618 at $7.60, and a retracement from there back to the second fib level. So we can see that you're gradually retesting all of the fib levels as resistance, and you're getting pushed back down. So if you lose this second fib level, you get supported by the 2.272, you might as well just reject the second fib level and continue on. And you're going to be in this downtrend, right, until you break out of it. And I would be very, very careful selling or taking profits or swing trading in this basically area, because this is technically our bottom, right? You're going to be swing trading in our bottom, and you're going to be doing that with the risk that at some point you may see this large break to the upside, and that will happen, just like it happened here in July of 2021. You can see this amazing downtrend, right? And then you have this very quick recovery to the upside into September for Uni, and from there it was obviously a downward slope, but the same thing could happen over here. So I'm just telling you to be careful with your swing trades. That's all. And if you want some local resistance levels and you simply want to enter for the short term quick swing trade, then or quick take profit, then $7.60, great area, $9.10, and you have $10.28, and then you have this swing high here at $12.75, and obviously the swing high here or the swing low, I should say, of the Fibonacci retracement at $13.06. Actually, we also retested this level back here in December of 2021. So this is a pretty significant level actually for us to retest. I would say this kind of area here, because this was a major support level. We held it as support for multiple months, and then we lost it in January, and we sort of never saw that retest of resistance. So potentially that could happen if we see a major relief rally. But let's assume that the low that we printed in June is going to be our bear market bottom. Let's assume that. Let's bring out a Fibonacci retracement. Take that low, take the high in September, and let's remove the smaller fib so it doesn't get in the way. You can see that for now, if this is our low, let's assume this is our low, and let's assume that we will not go lower than this, then you have a 1.618 target all the way up here at $222, which from where we are right now on the price, that would be a 3,600% move to the upside. That's a lot. That's a lot of money to be made there. So keep that in mind. Be careful. Like I said, it's always worth to just sit out a swing trade if you're not sure if it's going to play out or not, and just hold until the bull market starts. And that's not a financial advice by any means. I am swing trading my Uniswap tokens, obviously, when I see the proper situation, when I see that the token is very overbought. And on the daily chart, for example, if you take a look at the daily here and you see that the RSI is all the way up here. So for example, here in July, at the end of July, this was a good opportunity to take some profits because you were in the overbought, you were above the index of 70, and from there you obviously capitulated down, and this was a great buying opportunity. So was this, so was this, so was this, so was this. And you can say, well, in hindsight now it's easy to say that this was a good buying opportunity, but that's typically the scenario. That's typically how it goes. You need to buy when it's oversold. And it's oversold once you're below the index of 30. So you have to keep an eye on these things, and you have to use these indicators to your best ability, or to the best of your ability, I should say. And also, let's switch over to the Binance chart. So taking a look at the weekly chart for Uniswap, a very interesting thing over here. So as you can see, we are in some sort of a symmetrical triangle. So this looks like a situation where we're going to see a break potentially to the downside. So we're losing this, and we still have some time to close the candle above or in the triangle, and we may actually start breaking out because symmetrical triangles are a 50-50 pattern. So there is a 50% chance you're going to break to the upside, and there is a 50% chance you're going to break to the downside. So, but right now it looks like we're breaking to the downside, so that's what I have to stick with. If that does happen, I would be eyeballing a support level here. Let me just change the color of that so it's standing out a bit, and that's green. That's not really going to work. Let's make it purple. So this purple trend line is going to be a major support level for us to hold. And let me actually get rid of that and make it smaller. There we go. So that support trend line is going to be something that we need to hold if we want to continue this uptrend, because like I said, you're printing a higher high, higher low for now. And if you start bouncing off this support and you start breaking this high that we printed in August, that's going to be a very bullish move, and potentially you start retracing to this resistance block above us, which is essentially the previous support level that we had for multiple months in 2021 and at the beginning of 2022. So that's if we start breaking to the upside and or we start bouncing off the purple trend line here. But if we start losing this and we start hitting our head on it, then I would expect us to come back down to 5.4, or actually, let's see what it says here. So 5.2, 5.3, 4.8, and $4. So these would be great buying opportunities for Uniswap. Even right now, it's great to dollar cost average in. I think I bought some tokens not a while ago, I think a couple of days ago. So I'm still dollar cost averaging into this. There are quite a few more positions I want to fill in my altcoin bag. But yeah, that is pretty much it regarding Uniswap. Overall, we have the same structure here on the weekly RSI. So once you see the break on the on the price action and you see the confirmation from the RSI, that's going to be a very, very bullish signal. Now, if you manage to miss this, then I would suggest you wait this out. Don't buy once it's pumping after we're breaking a major resistance level. I would say just wait for that back test of support once we land back on the trend line, because that's what typically happens. Once you run into a resistance level multiple times, you come back up, you break, you back test as support, and you continue on. So that back test is going to be your important entry. And that's pretty much it for Uniswap here. If I missed out anything important, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to check out my Patreon. Links are down below in the description. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and